In the chaos. Sorry for the little bit of the delay, but my name is Brad. That is Fat Man Zoom. The stock market is crazy and chaotic. We made it our mission to help you guys own it. Fat Man Zoom, what's up with the starting five?
Starting five, we have Sean Ethier, Savvy Money Show, Rudy Brown, Sam Cisneros, and Robert Blackwell. You are the starting five.
Robert Blackwell, that's a new one in the starting five.
New starting five. Got here early. Maybe he's one of those recent subscribers, one of those people that hit the subscribe button in the last couple of days because we've been killing it.
Bro, guys, yesterday we had 750 people in the stream, and for our small channel, that was awesome. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and for those of you who subscribed, you newcomers, we certainly welcome you back. And yesterday, we had our goal of 125 get smashed within a few minutes of the stream, which was awesome. It was before the close, I think, even happened. And so we're going to try to get that goal again. If you could hit the thumbs up, we certainly would appreciate it. Extend our streak all week. We've been hitting 125 plus. It's been awesome. So if you get that thumbs up, we certainly would appreciate it. What you got, my man? How's it going?
Good, man. So for those of you who are not familiar with Own the Chaos, welcome to our channel. We go live every Monday through Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And Sunday we go live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday, however, is a special day and a little bit different than the other day. We got our boy, Freddie Valoy, and that rhymed. But as Sam Cisneros so eloquently put it, Freddie better bring fire for making us wait. So let's just not make anybody wait any longer. Let's bring Freddie in.
Did it start? Do you have anything on your end?
So anticlimactic.
I know. I don't know why it's not going.
Is he there?
No, hold on. It is the stream live?
Oh, I don't. No, it's not.
What is going on here? Frustrating. Why isn't it live? It says it's live. Everything's connected.
Sam says we're live. They can hear us.
Sam says. Looks like we came up on another stream. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, we are on another stream.
What does that mean?
I don't know. For some reason, it's on another link. It didn't, I scheduled it and it didn't start on another link. So we're on somewhere else. We see you and hear you. Yeah, it looks like some people are on one stream and some people are on another. I'm going to shut this one down.
Well, before you shut it down, which one are you shutting down?
The one that was scheduled.
So there's 60 people in there. We should probably somehow give them a heads up before.
Yeah. I'll send a link there and then shut it down. Yeah. All right, let me do this. You keep the people entertained. I'll take care of the technical side here.
I wish I could even see what was going on.
Yeah.
Well, we should just talk about Clover. Get this out of the way. Good day. Actually, guys, I haven't even checked out Clover since this morning, which may surprise some of you, but I don't actually get too caught up in the day-to-day. But overall, market looking green. Ooh, Tesla looking good. I'm just going to check my stuff live with you guys. Little disappointed in Drive Shack, down 4% at 260. But let's look at Clover. 920. Ooh, nice. Looking like it wants to push up a little bit to end the day. Obviously, you guys probably saw pre-market, tried to touch $10. I don't think it actually ever got to $10. Came down, morning sell-off, which we anticipated. While that was going on, I was getting into a Twitter war with some clown. So I couldn't really follow along too much with what was happening, and now just starting back up. I probably should check on the clown. I'm sure he's been responding on here.
Yeah. All right.
Let me see if I can pull that up. All right. Is Freddie still here?
Freddie's still here. I can bring him on. Hold on.
No, you don't. No. You don't need to.
Okay. Okay.
Just curious if he's still here.
Yeah, he's still here. I'm gonna get everything. I'm bringing everything over. Like it didn't upload my thumbnail, nothing like that. So let's. All right.
Okay, I am in. They'll come over eventually.
Yeah, they'll make their way over. It's not our first rodeo.
Oh, I did also. Good call, Sam. I did want to check Nuve as well, since we probably won't have time to go over it. Nuve's down. Nuve has earnings after hours as well, so I'm excited about that. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. I got everything switched over. I'm just switching over tags, and then we're good.
Okay.
But we can go. So what you got?
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and welcome Freddie Valoy in the house. It's been too long. Welcome back, Freddie Valoy. Where you at?
I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. Unfortunately, is where I'm at. So the last few weeks I've been traveling. I went to New York because I did a little like mini tour through Brooklyn, doing some comedy shows out there. They went great. I ended up getting picked up on some shows. It's been a whirlwind time, guys. It's been amazing. Then I go over to Hawaii, guys. So that's like a social hot cold contrast right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding the subway system, and now I'm on the beach with the Aloha. You know what I'm saying? This is like, and I bought this shirt before I went to Hawaii. So I've been repping Hawaii since day 16. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I go to Hawaii, and the first thing I notice, guys, if anybody's been, you already know this. It's expensive as shit for food, for gas, for everything, because they got to ship it in, right? So I pay $18 for 4 Korean barbecue chicken wings, guys.
4 wings?
4 wings. And I don't know what, Korea's right next door. I don't know why they're so expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, are these North Korean barbecue chicken wings is what I'm thinking to myself. Like, why are they so expensive? So expensive. But that was the resort, right? So I was the some of you might not know, but I'm a trophy husband, guys. All right. My girl makes 70% of the household income, and I am loving it, baby, like McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So my girl wins this competition because she's a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? She crushes. I don't mess with broke bitches. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that's how I roll. So she wins this award. And I go, and unbeknownst to me, my girl's just like, be yourself, right? This is like where, this is where I step up for my girl. I'm the personality guy, charisma, whatever. I was just like, not even going to think about it. And I end up winning like unofficial champion of the +1 for the trip, right? So, and I also booked a corporate event with them for next year, which is freaking great. So I'm excited about that. Another thing, guys, Hawaii's rainbows. If you haven't seen a Hawaiian rainbow or like a real rainbow, like it's huge. I've only seen rainbows in New York. They look emaciated, like they haven't. There's not enough happiness out there. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hawaiian rainbow was so big. I was like, man, there must be 2 dudes butt fucking on this end over here, and then on this end over here, there's 2 ladies, 2 nice ladies, smart ladies, scissoring. Right? They're scissoring, and on the other side of the rainbow. And I think that up in the sky, right in the middle of the rainbow, where it meets, where those 2 points of gayness converge, there's transgenders levitate fucking right in the middle, guys. All right, they're doing it. And if you don't think transgender people can levitate, then I got news for you. You're transphobic, and now you got a problem with me. All right, I am an ally to the transgender community. Okay, and that rainbow that I saw was magical. That was a raw ass rainbow. That was like uncut rainbow, not like these bullshit rainbows we got over here in the US, guys. All right, these skinny ass unconfident rainbows. So that was cool. There was definitely like I got into like a Real Housewives situation with one of the ladies, where she felt like she needed to give me permission to be like the center of attention. I'm like, bitch, I ain't even trying to be the center of attention. Get on with your fucking Your leathery ass skin. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get mean with these people, you know? So the Hawaii trip, now I'm back here. And if anybody involved in the hip hop community that listens to hip hop, I'm 35 years old, but two legendary rap groups went head to head. It was arguably one of the performances in Madison Square Garden. It was the Lox and Dipset that went head to head, and it was a great show. Would have been better if Dipset prepared, because they were rhyming over their words, and the Lox had a whole different game plan. They showed you what preparation looked like. They showed you what it was like they were running routes. They put on a hell of a performance, and it was amazing. For those of you that don't listen to hip hop, the best way I could put this, like, imagine Simon and Garfunkel versus Hall and Oates. You know what I'm saying? And the Beatles are in the crowd watching them, cheering them on. That's the level of hypeness. Maybe you don't like that one. Maybe it's Alanis Morissette and Jewel. You know, like they do a battle head to head. You know what I'm saying? Just two heavyweights going at it for the crown. You know what I'm saying? One last thing, guys. Olympics are over. Wrestling did a great job. We fucking crushed it. Yay! Fucking killed it. One of real good wrestling performance. But what team were you guys going for in the Olympics? Because I'm going. You know, you don't got to go for your country, guys. Don't be brainwashed. I was actually going for China. They were second in the medal count. And they were right on the US's bumper. I think. I don't know. I feel like they were close. At least I want them to be close. I wanted China to win. I'm trying to say that a bunch of times because I know they're listening. I know they're listening. So when they finally take over in 20 years, they can go, no, we have record. Freddie's been on. He's been with us since 2021. You know what I'm saying? He has been repping China. I've been sending my friends. This is not even a joke. I send my friends Chinese flags and texts. I put it up on my story just to leave a paper trail that I have some kind of support just in case. I'm hedging my bets here, guys. Hedging my bets just like the big banks do with all the political parties, guys. So how have you guys been, man? The Chaos Crew, you guys are patient, man. We kept you on delay here. And y'all were super positive in the comments. I was getting anxiety. I was like, we're gonna cause a riot again. This is gonna be crazy. But you guys kept your cool, and that's a testament to the crew. I feel safe in the crew. That was a cool thing to witness. So Brad, what's going on in the markets, buddy?
Yeah, let's talk about the stock market. That was incredible. So today in the markets, we've had a rocking week, by the way, Freddie. I don't know if you heard this, but yesterday we had 750 people in the stream and freaking killed it. So we had an amazing earnings. Yeah, amazing earnings reactions yesterday on a lot of stuff. I'm looking forward to today. The S&P hit a record again today. Dow Jones and NASDAQ also doing well. And we got a pretty good lineup for today as far as earnings are concerned. We got SoFi, DoorDash, Tattooed Chef, Rocket, Airbnb, Wish, Disney. They're all reporting today. Super pumped about those. I'm in two of them that are reporting. So yeah, I'm super pumped about the market. What's up?
Which ones are you in?
I'm in Airbnb and Wish.
Got it. Nice. I jumped in Wish. I wanted to have some skin in the game. I wanted to be a part of it. So I'm in Wish. I'm in Nuvei as well. That should be pretty exciting. But can I just real quick, guys, it'll make more sense as time goes on. And we're going to need our Chaos Crew to help out in the chat on Thursdays. Some people love it. Some people love Freddie. And then some people are like, shut up and talk about stocks. We talk about stocks all the time. It's nice to have Freddie in with his ADD just going all over the place. But I do have a few quick questions for Freddie. And then I swear we're going to talk about earnings. Freddie, one is, I wanted to answer your question. I was rooting for Puerto Rico. Won gold. We participated in one event. We won it 1,000%. So we won gold, the second ever gold medal in the Olympics. I think it was the 110 hurdles. I wanted to know, does the Dominican Republic, did they have a gold medal? Do they have a gold medalist? I don't know.
Yes, but only because they robbed gold medalists leaving the Olympic Village. So that's why they have gold medals. So
Um, and uh, and then how many buttons are required to be unbuttoned for you? I was just curious as you were talking. I was just distracted by that freaking.
I've been I don't know. I've been getting a little loosey goosey with it. You know, I'm just it makes me feel powerful. I feel like an old Pablo Escobar. You know.
Absolutely. Well, I want to bring up a couple headlines for you guys that I want to discuss. And then, guys, make sure you stick around after the bell. We're going to go ahead and have our earnings reaction. We're going to watch those stocks. We're going to talk about the numbers. We're going to give you the numbers. And then, more importantly, Brad will pull up the charts and watch the reaction of the stocks. So I'm just going to bring up two articles. One of your guys' feedback on it. Ask you questions about it. The first is, high pitch. The first is airlines. So I was reading this article, and you guys have probably seen these videos on social medias, but it's the issue of rising cases of unruly passengers on airlines. And I thought this was more like isolated, but apparently this is becoming a bigger and bigger issue of these unruly passengers. And Freddie, I don't know if you've seen any of these on the internet, but what are your thoughts on it?
I've seen them on the internet. My girl travels a lot for business, and she sees it quite a bit. They had to tape one guy down from a video I saw a couple weeks ago. I'm liking this trend, right? This seems to be like some kind of like back and forth. There's a dance, right? Because 2 years ago, the flight attendants were dragging some guy's limp body off of a Delta flight, right? So this just seems maybe a reaction to that. And I've always had this feeling, not always, I'll say the past few years, I've had this feeling that customer service is going to get a little bit more like about it. You know what I'm saying? And it all started with the Wendy's Twitter account. When I noticed how well that was doing, and people are sick of these people that aren't considerate. So I think we should start maybe some type of, like, I think customer service should be allowed to fuck people up if they need to. Like, if it makes sense. You know, and then we have people, you have cameras, you have all that, and just drag these people off the plane, man. Get somebody on standby.
Shout out to Wendy's. They actually had earnings this week, and they did really well and had a good reaction, up 6% on the week. Brad, is this something that you think investors or traders should be worried about, or potentially could affect the stock as far as technicals are concerned?
I was going to share my screen here with you guys and just kind of show you what I'm thinking. I don't think it's going to be a big issue, and I actually think this actually provides itself with a pretty decent opportunity. So if we take a look at Southwest, for example, and we can bring it back out to the daily charts, I think with Delta starting to the sting from Delta starting to wear off a little bit, as well as the $1 trillion stimulus deal that's going through. People don't realize the airlines. Some people don't realize that the airlines are part of the infrastructure, and I think that this also bodes well for them too. So we love Southwest as our favorite airline play. Obviously, you can choose your favorite one, but the industry as a whole, I think, is going to be just fine. And you can see how the 50-day, the 200-day moving average is coming down on them, coming down here. And I think that if we get above that, I think it's going to be in good shape. I still like Southwest down here. It looks like it's bottomed out quite nicely at $49.
Yeah, and we've talked about the shortages as far as the airlines are concerned with staffing, particularly pilots. It looks like they're going to become desperate, and probably the level of hire is going to lower. So we may see some more unruly encounters. Stay tuned. If UFC was smart, they'd probably find some way to partner with an airline and make some MMA fights out of this. But that's another day. However, a better topic that I'm interested in, and I really have been waiting 3 weeks to bring up this conversation. I sent you guys an article about this metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg is obsessed with. And for those of you guys don't know on the channel, Facebook, a Fat Man Zoom special, one of my 7 stocks that I love. And Facebook, we've talked about how they're sort of opening up new revenue streams. Well, they bought Oculus, and they're really leaning into the virtual reality. And so the metaverse is this idea of virtual reality, let's just call it 2.0, where essentially there's it's another world that you live, play, act in. You can go to concerts, you can shop, you can hang out with friends, do all these things. Freddie, is this legit? You're a big Marvel superhero fan. So I feel like this is right up your alley, this idea of the metaverse. Are you down with the metaverse?
Oh, dude, not only am I down, but I think we are already there. You feel me? Like, we are already in the metaverse. I love my phone. I'm addicted to it, and I love it. Like, I know there's a lot of people that are in that same boat. But yeah, this seems like I did mushrooms about this one time. Like it's just the fractal nature of humanity, of life, of the universe. It's like that's one thing you notice is the patterns that when something ends, it just means that it's the beginning of something else. And it seems like we're doing this already. Like computers aren't even that old yet, and yeah, I don't know. I know people talk about simulation theory a lot, but I thought that when I first played The Sims when I was like 14 or something like that. I was like, oh, this is some weird shit. It just felt weird. Yeah, we're gonna do this. There's already like platforms like Roblox that people are hanging out in. I saw something. Hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you this video for anybody that wants it. But there was a clip of people at a party on Roblox. And this dude, this guy walks into a party and just starts busting off. He just starts shooting this dude and kills this guy on Roblox.
Oh my God.
The funniest part was that people started like scattering the party as if it was real. Like it was the weirdest thing to me. It all felt very real. The gunshots went off, the music went off, the gunshots fired, the music went off, and it was just funny. And I know that's where, I don't know, people are just hanging out online. They want to get out of this crumbling world. So I definitely see this as a possibility. Like right now there's VR porn, and the one problem with it is that there's not enough VR porn content. So
yeah, and Brad, we had a buddy who has the Oculus who actually attended a Kid Cudi concert during lockdown. So we're going to see more of this. I think this is huge revenue stream opportunities for advertising. Snapchat is doing a little bit of this idea of AR advertising. Are you buying or selling this?
I'm buying it. Honestly, I think Freddie was onto something as far as
Porn?
well, yeah, that and the Sims, reference that he was making. The people, our generation that were playing Sims when they were kids, they're turning it into real life as adults, and it's just evolving. And so I think that there definitely is something to this. So we take a look at Facebook right now. It's actually trading quite well. I think it's going to hold about 355. I think that's where it would be a decent buy point or a place to add. And it's holding about the 50-day moving average very well. I think that this concept is going to continue to gain momentum, and Facebook is continuing to innovate, and Roblox too. Roblox is a publicly traded company, and I think that that's going to continue to do well too.
All right, guys. Now let's get it started. I'm sorry. I'm cutting you off, Freddie. I'm cutting you off. Shut your mouth. Guys, earnings started. Let's get a kickoff. I mean, we're both in Wish. Can we just start with the Wish chart and then pull up the stuff that's running? So if you guys are tuning in now, make sure you hit that like button. We're going for 125. That should be easy peasy, folks. Wish, Airbnb, Nuvei's one I'm in. Brad's in Airbnb, Wish. I'm in Wish, Nuvei, Airbnb as well. We got Disney, which is kind of a sleeper, but what are the outside of the two you're already in, which is Wish and Airbnb, what's your next one you're most excited about checking out?
I'm most excited about checking out Doordash. We've talked about this over Stockwatch Sunday, that I think habits were formed over the pandemic. And this is one of those stocks where I think that the habit doesn't go away just because things are reopened. People are fucking lazy. And I think that if you look at the way that Doordash is set up, it's perfect. You don't feel like cooking. You want to have somebody deliver it to your door that's not pizza or Chinese food. DoorDash is the way to go. And I think that they'll have a pretty good quarter as a result.
We saw Open Door have an awesome earning Chamath special shout out yesterday. Does Open Door's earnings yesterday change your mindset about Rocket's earnings today?
It's very interesting, isn't it? I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's going to be a tough call for me. I don't know if I'd want to be in it or out of it.
It's definitely been beaten down, so we shall see. That's another one, one we've done really well on. And at some point, I think we will be in there. Again, long-term investment, Rocket's great.
Listen, bro, Airbnb is now up 3% after hours. Looks like their earnings might be in here. It is rolling. Talk about boner candle. It is on its way up. On its way up.
I feel bad for Freddie. I yelled at him.
No, I need that. I need that kind of discipline in my life.
SoFi also is moving here after hours. I know a lot of people were watching this one. It is now up 2%. It's closed the day at 1746, is sitting at 1785 and climbing. So pretty good move there. As soon as we have some of these numbers out, we'll certainly reach out to you, or we'll certainly get them out. Wish is also moving up here. It's now up 3% after hours after having a pretty crappy day, sitting at 963.
Airbnb.
Go ahead.
I got Airbnb. So estimates per earnings per share loss of 47 cents came in at a loss of 11 cents. Looks nice. Revenue estimates were 1.28 billion, came in at 1.34 billion. Pretty solid, like that.
Yeah, pretty solid beat there indeed. I'm sure we'll get the outlook on that as far as guidance is concerned here shortly. This is the one thing that like really kind of made me nervous about Airbnb's earnings, was like if they were gonna lower their guidance, or at least or at worst pull their guidance because of the Delta variant and how that might have wreaked havoc on some of the places that were people were staying. Obviously, didn't stop Freddie from going on vacation, and it didn't stop a lot of other people from going on vacation either. So my hope is that we saw demand regardless, but I am a little bit concerned about that as far as guidance in regards to guidance for Airbnb for sure.
I will say that I think the Delta variant actually helps out Airbnb more, because when you think about hotels, you got a bunch of people coming and going. And Airbnb, you're solo. So I think regardless, obviously reopening, Airbnb is going to continue to crush it because it has. But even Delta variant helps more for Airbnb against its competition.
Yeah, I agree. That definitely makes a lot of sense. Freddie, did you use Airbnb when you were out?
Yeah, man. When we stayed at 3 different spots in Maui, so we got a different experience. And yeah, the layout, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, how hard was it for you to actually find an Airbnb out in Hawaii? I imagine it wasn't easy.
It wasn't super difficult, but I mean, yeah, we got it within a few weeks of getting there. So yeah, and one of the spots was like the last place had like an outdoor shower. It was in this really like tranquil place, man. We were having sex all over that place. It was great.
Yeah, I got Disney numbers. All right.
Oh yes, so let's get on to Disney.
Disney earnings. Speaking of, everybody's favorite. Estimates earnings per share 56 cents, came in at 80 cents. They also beat on revenue. Man, we're keeping this string going.
Yeah.
16.8 billion were the estimate. It came in at $17.02 billion. Subscribers, paid subscribers, is what everybody wants to know. Estimates 113 million. They came in at 116 million. Last quarter over quarter, it's up. It was at 1.36 million last year, same quarter. So year over year, it's up, but it beat estimates as well. And that should bode well for Disney.
Yeah, and it is. Right now, it is up 3% after hours. It closed the day at 179.42, now sitting at 185 just about. Pretty solid move from Disney. Man, that is some really impressive numbers, especially from the monthly active users. That was a pain point last quarter, if you guys remember. We talked about Disney being a victim of its own success, and analysts kind of really, I guess, pumping up the numbers a little bit as far as their estimates were concerned, and they underperformed a bit. Sounds like the analysts came in and Disney outperformed them slightly, which is good. Really good stuff from Disney. We've talked about this. I think Disney ends up becoming the powerhouse as far as streaming is concerned, as far as streaming content is concerned, at least top 2. And so this is a great move for them. Disney Plus is going to continue to crush it. And then we have the parks that are probably going to be opening back up. Obviously, the Delta variant's been wreaking havoc on that too. But if what we're seeing from Florida, we talked about this yesterday. The White House came in and said, hey, we're starting to see some slowing in some really heavily impacted states as far as the variant's concerned. That's why we saw a pretty decent move up on the markets yesterday afternoon. Disney, that goes away. Disney continues to do extremely well.
Still waiting on Wish numbers. Is Wish moving at all?
It is not looking good for Wish. Right now, it's down 8.5%.
They
sitting at 8
on revenue.
Go ahead.
I don't have the earnings per share yet, but their estimated revenue was 723 million, came in at 656 million.
Yikes.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, pretty big miss there.
Ooh, man. SoFi was another one, another Chamath special. Apparently, is that down as well?
It is down pretty heavy right now. It's down 6.5%. It is moving down pretty good. It closed the day at 1746 per share, now sitting at 1640. Not quite the reactions we saw from yesterday's or the day before's earnings afternoon. Lots of misses here. Lots of things moving down. Airbnb also, after it was green on the day, or after green and after hours, is now also red.
Damn. Not as exciting of a day as yesterday, guys.
I know. We do have 350 of you guys in here hanging out, though. We certainly appreciate you guys allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up, we are on an awesome streak right now of 125 likes or better. And if you guys could hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream so far, we certainly would appreciate it. Let us know what you're in and what you're excited about, and how you're feeling about these earnings so far. Who's in Disney, by the way? Because it's still climbing. It's now up 4% after hours.
I love it. I love it. Good job.
Rocket's moving now as well.
Mini Zoom is. I'll tell you that. Is Nuvei doing anything?
Nothing on Nuvei just yet. It's only down around 0.75%. No volume there. Tattooed Chef is starting to move here a little bit. It's up 1.72%, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of volume here. I'm not ready to call that as far as earnings necessarily being out, but we'll see. We'll see.
So I'm just reading some extra on Disney. Apparently, parks. So Disney's domestic parks ease restriction is in April, which we knew that. So in late July, it looks like they returned to profitability. So from the parks end, so it looks great because the subscriber growth, obviously that's continuing to grow, even though despite reopening, and we've been waiting for parks to come back and be bullish on parks. So the numbers look good for parks as well. So all across good for Disney.
Yeah. Disney right now still climbing here. It's coming up on 5% after hours. It's now at 188 after closing the day at 179. Pretty strong move on that one. Holy cow.
Did I give you Rocket?
Did not give me Rocket yet. No, but it is green here after hours too.
So Rocket missed on earnings per share. Consensus was 49 cents, came in at 46 cents. Maybe there's something else in there.
Yeah.
That got people excited.
Must be something on their guidance, maybe. But yeah, it is up 3.33%, back up over $18 a share after closing the day at 17.48. So pretty strong move from them. And actually, it's continuing to climb here. So Rocket's still moving.
Nice.
Yeah, Wish actually was down as much as 15% and is climbing back pretty steadily here. Was as low as $7.95. Now moving back up, as sitting at $8.40. So we'll see how this shakes out, but starting to make its climb back up. Airbnb still taking a pretty decent hit. No, not sure as to why, but it's down 3.5% too at 146. After a pretty solid earnings beat. So, like I was saying, maybe this has something to do with their guidance. We'll have to take a look at that if we get word on their guidance as to why this might be moving down. But that could be one of the reasons. A lot of you guys might be asking yourself, why do stocks go down on an earnings beat, kind of like what Airbnb did? And a lot of that has to do with the fact that, if they don't expect a great quarter in the quarter ahead, or maybe the quarter that they're in, they may lower their guidance, or they might keep it the same, or they might even do as much as pull their guidance for that quarter, or maybe even for the year. And we've seen that a lot, especially with the pandemic and what have you. So we'll see how this shakes out, but it's not looking so good right now for Airbnb. Still remain bullish on the stock. Have no desire to sell this thing because I see the value in this one for a bit longer term. But in this year, especially because of the demand that we're seeing, I don't expect Airbnb to be down here for too much longer.
Apparently, Rocket missed pretty. Oh, no, this is SoFi. I'm sorry. SoFi missed bigly.
Yeah, if you guys are in SoFi, they came in and missed earnings as well. And ended up being, and they're ended up, that's why they're down here at 3.5%, 1686 after closing the day at 1746. That's correct, right? Fat Man, I assume they missed earnings.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure. So yeah, pretty far down here. You got DoorDash also down. Did we cover DoorDash yet?
No, we didn't. But Ibrahim Bangura on Airbnb Outlook, apparently they said in the earnings call, we expect Q3 to be the strongest quarter on record.
Wow. Yeah, still selling off here. That's crazy. We see this sometimes though, and then all of a sudden it just pops. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this all shakes out. Maybe we'll hear something in their conference call that'll get the buying coming back here, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense just yet. We'll have to continue to dissect that a little bit.
Yeah, DoorDash missed on earnings per share. I think so. They came in at a loss of 30 cents, and it was supposed to be a loss of looks like 19 cents. Revenue did beat estimates. I don't know what the estimates were, but they beat by $140 million. They came in at $1.24 billion. Wow. So that looks good as well. Generally looks pretty good, although they anticipate a seasonal decline in new customer acquisition and order rates in Q3. So that potentially, we'll see how that affects the market.
Yeah, that might be why we're seeing a little bit of selling off here, but I don't know, man. I still think I feel pretty good about DoorDash. If you guys are a DoorDash investor, I mean, seasonal, it makes a little bit of sense, but still, I mean, I still think that, like I mentioned before, habits were formed there. And anytime you don't feel like going out or anytime you don't feel like making food at home, DoorDash is only a click away on your phone. So I still think that one's going to be good to hang on to, as it looks like it's trying to claw its way back and go green here after hours.
Left wing wacko. I just wished my pants. Special dividend for Rocket. I don't know. We'll see. They did one, I believe, 2 quarters ago.
Yeah.
Buybacks could potentially be likely because if they consider the stock price really low, that'd be logical. If I was the CEO, I'd do buybacks before I would do a special dividend. But either way, it would be bullish if they did either one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of comments in here about Wish. Just to let you guys know, if you're just tuning in, Wish actually missed revenue pretty badly here, and so that's why we're seeing a pretty hefty drop on Wish. That's pretty tough. Wasn't expecting that kind of drop off there, and to be honest with you, I did. We talk about having bullish and bearish cases. And I mentioned that what my one concern was with this e-commerce play was that we saw pretty poor reaction from a lot of the other ones too. Amazon wasn't even immune to this as far as missing on revenue expectations and that sort of thing. So it's not shocking for me to see Wish do this. I also am a bit surprised at the reaction, but we'll see how this all shakes out. I do think that this being down here at $8 a share seems a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm with Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson jumped in 2 minutes before close. I jumped in like an hour before close. I mean, it never works out when I try to jump in right before the bell.
Yeah. We always know it's a gamble if you just try to play earnings, but yeah, for sure.
But I do feel good about Airbnb.
Yes.
SoFi will be interesting to see because they missed, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Did Tattoo Chef end up have any movement?
Very little. Right now it's sitting up around 1.5%, so nothing too crazy. Oh no, I'm sorry. Tattoo Chef is getting hammered. I clicked on the wrong thing. Tattoo Chef's getting hammered. They're down 8.1%. They closed the day $20.31, now sitting at $18.65.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Rocket's going to the moon? Give me that good news.
Yeah, Rocket's still moving up here. It's up 3.3%.
Okay, that's good.
Disney's still holding its after-hour gains here too, sitting up 4.6%. It's at 187 after closing the day at 179. I imagine that Disney's going to continue to climb tomorrow, bro. Like, that was pretty good stuff in that report.
Speaking of climbing tomorrow, Jippy Jensen, I hear you keep asking about Clover, and I would love to talk about Clover all the time. Unfortunately, we had all these earnings, but if I could humor you a second, Brad,
Yeah.
Clover had great earnings yesterday, had a move today. I think it's down like 1.5% after hours.
Yeah.
But I want to go live so badly tomorrow just to watch Clover. I was going to text you and be like, yo, can we go live just all day to watch Clover stock? Just sit there with the chart and just talk about Clover stock. But that's probably irresponsible and I'll regret it. But we can talk about it's on Stock Watch Sunday. And I feel like tomorrow's going to be a really interesting day to see if we see a sell-off. And Sunday, we for sure will talk about our trade strategy for Clover, mine specifically, because I'm in it moving forward into next week. What do you want to see Clover at tomorrow to close for you to be confident in Clover?
I put this in our watch list for our Chaos crew, and I said that I would like to see this close over $10 a share. And if it does that, then I think it shows a really great sign of strength. It still closed the day up 11%, so we can't be mad at that. But it's actually pulling itself down here after hours as well. And really, after hours trading doesn't make or break a stock. But I really would like to see it close above $10 a share before we call this a true reversal. One thing I wanted to bring up to you, Fat Man Zoom, that we haven't covered today that did have earnings this morning was Palantir.
Yeah. I wanted to acknowledge Malcolm Barker. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Palantir crushed earnings this morning and has been moving up really well. I had mentioned in our Chaos Crew watch list that we put out every morning that that $25 was going to be a solid spot for it to hang around in order to make it the next push here on the daily chart to 2750. Because once it breaks over 2750, it looks like it's got pretty clear skies for $30 a share. So Palantir is looking really strong. The what we talked about Stock Watch Sunday was that the big concern was the commercial side of things. Are they able to bring in more revenue and grow on the commercial side and not solely rely on government contracts? And they've been able to prove that, especially within this quarter. Record numbers from them as far as that's concerned. So really good stuff from Palantir. They're going to continue to grow. I love this stock, and I think it's going to it's a good spot right now, especially if it holds above 25.
Yeah, and let me talk a little bit more about the fundamentals to give you guys a little bit more meat on the bone for the conversation as far as that's concerned. So I'm just going to read straight from what I had wrote into the watch list this morning. Palantir had an exceptional earnings call, nearly flawless, which it was. Most importantly, it addressed many concerns surrounding previous earnings, and that biggest one being the overexposure to government contracts. We've been talking about how they're really looking to focus on diversification of their clientele and getting into specifically commercial. So they did that. Their commercial revenue increased 90% year over year, and their commercial customer count increased 32% from last quarter in a short amount of time. Additionally, what I'm looking forward to is the revenue coming in future quarters. That is going to be due to their subscription service that they launched for small business startups. And those are focused in healthcare, robotics, software, and fintech. It's a great move. We love recurring revenue subscription model. So the coming quarters, that should continue to build and increase that pie, that portion of the pie that's allocated to commercial. All that is good. Fundamentally, it was a picture perfect earnings with a revenue beat at 375 versus 352 million expected. Revenue was up 49% year over year. Full year cash flow was projected to be double from the previous prediction, which was 150 million. They now say it's going to be 300 million as far as their projected cash flow. Lastly, they reaffirmed their prediction for revenue growth, 30% or greater annualized revenue growth through 2025. So let me put that in a little bit of perspective. So that means that this year, if they do 1.4 billion, which they should, then in 2025, they'll be doing 4 billion plus per year. So these are huge numbers. It bodes really well for the company. Financially, it looks incredible. So I love what they're doing. I think that Palantir is just going to continue to dominate, and this was a great earnings for them. Yeah,
I mean, really solid stuff there, Fat Man Zoom, and I mean, just another reason to be bullish on Palantir. By the way,
yeah.
Sorry, good.
No, you got it.
Just to transition, Rocket is continuing to fly, bro. It's up 6.5%.
Good.
And climbing. We come back out to the 5-minute chart, and it looks amazing. Really good stuff out of Rocket. Not sure what's in that report just yet. As soon as we have something, I'm sure we'll let you guys know. But man, what a move there. Disney up, continuing to climb here also, up a 5.5%. I see a lot of you guys coming in wanting to know what's going on with the Wish. Wish missed earnings expectations horribly. And so that's why we're seeing this come down. But I do think that this is a little bit of an overreaction now that it's down 17, almost 18%. It's pretty wild stuff out of Wish. I'm not going to sit here and say that you should be adding here, but this does feel like a severe overreaction, and we might see something out of Wish tomorrow. So, not really looking to pull the trigger as far as the sell button is concerned this very moment. We'll just have to see how tomorrow shakes out before I decide to make any kind of decisions on that one.
Yeah, is anybody in Rocket? Let us know in the comments if you got into Rocket. What's your cost basis for that? What's your strategy? I'm curious. I'm sure some of our Chaos Crew members are in Rocket. And I also wanted to let people know, guys, that what I read from you as far as Palantir was concerned, that is directly off the watch list that we send every morning, Monday through Friday before the market opens. We send 5 stocks we're watching with a fundamental technical breakdown. If you guys are interested, want that free daily watch list, click on the link in the description and you too can get it. Freddie, we have a question for you.
Yeah.
So housekeeping, one of our regulars, not sure why not a Chaos Crew member yet, but that's neither here nor there. Question is, Freddie, what do I tell the loan sharks for those who loan me money on these stocks that are dropping? So Airbnb specifically for them, but anybody who, went into earnings and thought they'd crush it, got a loan shark to answer to now that the stock is down. What do you recommend they say to those people?
Do you have any kids that you can barter for just to buy you some time as collateral? The kids work very well for that. But I think Airbnb is going to be on the way up. Even if there's another lockdown or semi-lockdown, I think I feel like Airbnb is gonna pull it out. If more people are gonna not want to be where they're at. Like, exactly. And I like the Doordash thing makes sense because depression's on the rise. So people are gonna not want to be around people, lock themselves in their home and binge eat. So this is all I was liking a lot of the stuff I'm hearing.
We got a few people in Rocket. Carlo, own it. Bought in some lows last week. Donna Lindsay, what's up, Donna? Cost basis $22. Yeah, we got to get over that 20. It could keep rolling above 20. Majid, cost basis is $17.48. Nice. $17.20 for Julian. Jason Padilla. We got a lot of 17s. Really nice. Either they're lying or they did a great job. So either way, I'll take your word for it. Majid got 300 shares. Nice stuff. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah, Rocket's still climbing here now up over 8% after hours, and they missed earnings. So there's, I'm sure there's something in their guidance that has got investors excited here, and as it's getting ready to break up over $19 a share. Pretty solid move there. Tattooed Chef, seen a lot of people ask about Tattooed Chef. It is down 10%. They missed earnings pretty badly as well. DoorDash is down 3.5%. SoFi is continuing to crash here. Fat Man Zoom. It is down almost 12% after they reported their miss. Pretty crazy stuff. Airbnb is holding its. It came down to 3.5% and is holding there. It's not really selling off anymore. So I guess that's potentially encouraging there. Only down 3.5%. Wish is trying to make its comeback a little bit now. Only down 16% after being down nearly 20%. And Disney's still killing it here, up 5.25% on their monster, or I would say monster, but they came in on a really good earnings, and I'm sure they have pretty good guidance on as far going forward, probably for the rest of the year.
Money cash something. Money cash stocks. Dash is trash. I hate that company. Laser. Some people are asking about Laser, or maybe it's the same person just spamming the chat. But Luminar asking about their earnings. What's that doing right now? And I'll check Twitter to see if there's any numbers.
Yeah, Luminar. I was tempted to put these on here because I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be asking about it or not. Before I get into this, though, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, we certainly would appreciate it. We did break our 125 like streak.
Okay.
Or we're keeping up with it, I should say. We're at 141 likes, but hell, we got 422 of you guys hanging in here live. There's no reason why we can't get it to 200. So go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and we'd appreciate the support, guys. You are incredible. So looking at Luminar.
Luminar is that the like infrared technology for EV for like autonomous driving?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, right now it's trading up just around 1%. Nothing too crazy from them, and it doesn't look as if maybe they have reported just yet either, based off of the kind of trading that's going on. Usually, I'm looking for stuff that has a lot of volume to it, a lot of price action, and Luminar doesn't seem to really be moving whatsoever. So I don't imagine that those numbers are quite out just yet, Fat Man Zoom, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it says it's out. They're weird how they're listed, but it looks like they met guidance, a loss of 13 cents.
Okay.
And it looks like they met earnings per share, but it looks like they raised full year outlook of their guidance.
Yeah.
So it actually looks like it was decent, if not good.
Nice. That's good stuff. We still got some people rolling in here. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we've covered all of the earnings so far that are out. Just to cover them.
Sundial doing.
Sundial. I can't imagine Sundial is doing all that great. Let's see here. I didn't even have that on the list to watch. It's down 0.75%. Not really much to speak on here. I don't really see anything as far as earnings are concerned. But there you have it. Not too much from a reaction standpoint just yet. Had a pretty big spike going into the end of the day, and it looks like it's kind of faltering here a little bit. 444 of you guys hanging in here. You're amazing. What a week, bro. What a week.
Yes, sir. Next week, I guess we're doing 150.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Colin, and I know a lot of people keep loading in. Wish shit the bed for earnings. They massively missed earnings per share. They missed revenue by over 100 million. It was embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves. Trash. Oh no, that was Dash's trash. Wish something.
Rocket's still climbing here after missing out on earnings. There's something in that report. I don't know if anybody can find out what's going on here, but it is now up over 9% and continuing to climb. Absolutely killing it here after hours. This is probably the big winner percentage wise of the day. Really surprising. We always go into this thinking that we kind of have it figured out as to which ones are going to do well, and it always seems to surprise us. Fat Man Zoom. Rocket is the one that is kind of the big winner so far after hours.
What is it Nuvei doing anything yet?
Nuvei's not doing shit.
Nuvei
hasn't moved. Hasn't had one buy or one sell.
No volume on that thing.
Nothing.
When are people going to figure out about Nuvei?
I don't know.
I will say, I played Wish for earnings. I'm not going to get caught up in this. I'm not going to try to dollar cost average. I'm just going to get out because I don't have enough conviction in the stock. I don't honestly know enough about it. I haven't done my own diligence on it, and so I won't get caught in it. I'll just take the L and I'll be on my way.
I am a little bit different here as far as Wish is concerned. I don't know if I'm going to add to it, but I don't know if I'm going to sell it yet just either. I want to wait to see what kind of reaction we have from tomorrow morning. Always when we see, earnings after hours and kind of determine where it goes, you always kind of see these overreactions, and then sometimes it pops right back up. So I'm not really ready to throw in the towel just yet. I may end up trying to treat this kind of like what we saw lots earlier in the week where they missed and it was kind of unfortunate, but the day after it kind of gave me a chance to get out on a pretty decent pop. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on Wish potentially. We'll see how it goes though. I mean, if it starts to move up, maybe I'll be happy about it. But right now that's kind of where I'm leaning towards as far as Wish is concerned, because at this point I think that there's probably more I can do with my money elsewhere. Man, guess I should have put it in Disney.
A couple of things on Rocket. They achieved record purchases, closed loan origination. Origination. I can't say that word right now. Nearly double. It's origination, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why it sounds weird. I don't know if you see Ted Lasso, but in Ted Lasso, great show. Ted Lasso, there's like a word for when you're saying a word and it sounds weird. And that's what origination is, but I'm going to just commit to it. So record closings on that. nearly doubling year over year, generated revenue of 2.7 billion, and the net income of 1 billion. So numbers look good. Certainly there's some cash to work with. And if you guys don't remember, we talked about this in the Chaos Crew. We just got news recently of the fact that Rocket's getting into solar. So that's also another opportunity as well. Should be exciting. Freddie, do you watch Ted Lasso, by the way?
Yeah, I watched season 1 twice. Still got to watch season 2, but yeah, that show it's very much needed in society. It's a feel good show.
It's incredible. Brad, have you seen it?
I have not.
Watch it tonight, bro. Freddie, that scene with the darts, you remember that where he talks about everybody underestimating him?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of those triumphant moments.
Oh man,
I've seen that clip.
That got me going. I got fired up after he said that.
And the way he wins everyone over, it's just great. Like,
and then it's just a shame at the end when he dies. You know what I'm saying? That's just sad how he overdoses on drugs. Oh, spoiler alert. Watch out, people. That worked out perfectly. I totally guessed on that button right there.
That was a good guess.
All right. What are you thinking, Brad? You ready to shut her down?
I'm ready to shut her down. Things are winding down. People are leaving. So we're going to go ahead and head out. Guys, just to recap, we covered everything as far as earnings are concerned. And it wasn't really a great day, to be honest with you. It kind of sucked. Other than Rocket and Disney, everything else kind of came down and wasn't really all that great. But I tell you what, it's been an amazing week overall. You guys have been fantastic. We've had as many as 700 people hanging out with us concurrently in our live stream. And just one of the best weeks we've had in a long time. So we certainly appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting a thumbs up on your way out the door, that would be great. And we will be back here 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday night to go over the week ahead, what we think's coming, let you guys know what's coming down the pipeline as far as earnings are concerned or maybe major events. If you guys don't want to miss that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not already, hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live. Fat Man Zoom.
100%. We're going to be spending a lot of time on the topic of Clover this Sunday, so make sure you guys tune in. Jeppy Jensen, come back next Thursday when Freddie returns, and we'll make sure we get his morning routine. Sorry I didn't get to that question, but I too want to know what his morning routine is and his nighttime skincare routine, because that skin is flawless. Freddie, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you guys too. Thank you guys. Somebody asked me what I think about Micron selling off, and I think it's a tiny story in the grand scheme of things. That's a measurement joke, guys. Come on. A measurement joke. Guys, love you guys. Thank you so much.
See you. Bye.
Bye.